Hey, pretty girl. Hi, Martha. How you doing? I'm just, I'm relaxing today, kicking off my shoes. How you doing? Is everything okay? I gotta bring the table closer. Hey, Kathy. How's Kathy doing? Oh, well. Crazy, so normal. You guys don't mind if I sit back and relax, do ya? Hi, Evie. I am just too high to sit up right now. So I'm sitting back, relaxing. Rest. Thank you. Coffee and high goes together real good. Good, you got high for me too. Thank you. You're welcome, Kathy. Not at all. You deserve to relax. Oh, gee. I haven't done anything. You know what I want to talk about tonight, though? I've been thinking about it all day and all day yesterday. And it's kind of weird. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going weird. But I want to talk about different um different timelines. Now, I know everybody that's in here, I know we're all affected. Uh, I was gonna make the spew if there was a bunch of us in here at this time. I was gonna say now if you're not affected, you might want to leave the room because this is how we know that you're gonna. Hi, Corey. This is where we will be able to tell if you're not affected because if we talk timelines, this is how I want to go about talking timelines. Is I want to. Hey, Rain. I want to think of stuff from our childhood, 70s and 80s, that we remember on TV. And then when you think of what you're thinking of, you can say what you're thinking of, and then the others like us, like me, and the other ones in the chats will run off of that. Like let's say I pick Leave It to Beaver. Now that show, I will tell you the show. Do you guys remember Leave It to Beaver? And then you would of course say, yeah, Leave It to Beaver was on in the da 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 for you, 80s, 70s, um, or they were on in the 80s for me, but the scenes took place in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? And, just go on about the show. That way we know you're actually talking about Leave It to Beaver. Now, different timelines, it's going to be kind of cool to see what might have changed in the timeline about these particular shows. Do you see where I'm going? Because we're all, some of us may be from the same timeline, but most of us are from different timelines. So we're all from Sagittarius, but we're all different timelines. Not all different. We all could be the same timeline too. We just don't know. But that would be kind of cool. So that's what I want to kind of talk about tonight is let's talk uh timelines. It's a little game where we talk about our old shows that we remember from our childhood past. Just told you about it, so I will go. I will say, Leave It to Beaver. Um, Now I'll just say what I already said. Leave It to Beaver. I remember watching it in the late 70s, early 80s, and it was a show that uh, I believe they dressed up like the 60s, and it just showed in the 70s and 80s. Or it could have very well aired in the 60s and we got to watch all the reruns from it. So, and I think that's the case. I think it actually aired in the 60s. And you guys can tell me whether what you think when yours aired, or different stuff about Leave It to Beaver that was funny to you or whatever. Or his friend's got a weird name. We all know it, don't we? I'm not going to give that friend up. but, so, yeah. So, whoever wants to go next. But, anyways, yeah, it came out in the 60s, and I watched the reruns of it as I grew up. Leave It to Beaver. I think early 50s because black and white. I saw it in the 70s through reruns. Two brothers. June was the mom. Yep. Yep, that's basically the same. You're right about the black and white. I didn't. It was black and white. You're right. Wasn't 60s still black and white though? So it could have came out like I said the 60s. I saw it in the 80s, but I was in UK. Oh, I better leave, Patrick, to the room. Have fun. You gotta go to the room? Hey, JW. I didn't notice you came in. Watched it in the 80s after school, 90s on Nick and Night. Yep. Aired in the late 50s, early 60s. Yep. Yep. So that's right along my timeline. Watch it in the 80s. Yep. Yeah. So I guess um, we all pretty much got the air of it. I mean, we're all about the same age, so we all pretty much got the reruns. I should say of watching that one. I think I saw it on Saturdays also. Saw Little Rascal. Yeah, Little Rascals. Saturdays, black and white also. Yep. I remember also that Saturdays were a particular day. Saturday mornings were all cartoons until like at least 11 o'clock or noon. And they didn't have nothing but cartoons on because that was the only day that you could watch cartoons on was Saturday mornings. I don't remember. I don't even remember Sunday mornings having cartoons on. Prayer. Like Sunday prayer was on or something like that. And I hated evenings. I never watched TV in the evenings because I hated Yeehaw, Yeehaw, and all them other shows. Yep, all morning long. I can't remember the mean boy's name. Mrs. Cleaver never trusted him. Oh, you don't remember that? His name was Whitey. Oh, was it Whitey or Eddie? Eddie Haskell? Was Eddie Haskell on there or Whitey? I thought his name was Whitey. Okay, I remember Eddie Haskell. So Eddie Haskell was from Leave It to Beaver. Where was, yeah, Eddie Haskell. Where was Whitey from? Whitey was the bad boy from one of the TV shows. I don't think My Three Sons. I don't know about Leave It to Beaver. Don't think I've seen a single episode. It's before my time. I was born in 1992. Wow, such a young buck, Corey. I hardly watched the show. Eddie Haskell was the older brother. Eddie Haskell was the older brother. The older brother's friend. Okay, then Whitey had to have been Beaver's friend. Whitey was Beaver's friend. Okay, that's where I get that. That was it. It says on Google. Don't know if it's correct. Yeah, both them guys were characters though. Whitey and Eddie Haskell. Or Dennis the Menace. Dennis. You don't remember Whitey, Kathy? Yeah, White. I don't remember a Whitey either. I remember Eddie Haskell. Yeah, Eddie Haskell. Now Whitey is either um yeah, I'm positive that Whitey is the beaver's friend. Okay, Martha's gonna look it up. Yeah, I'm almost positive Whitey was the beaver's friend. The Andy Griffith show I remember watching a lot. I like that show. Andy Taylor. I could see JW living in oh, I forgot the town. Andy Taylor. What town did they live in? Mayberry, that's it. I can't believe I forgot the town. I could see JW being living in Mayberry. My name's JW. How you doing, Barney Fife? Andy Taylor? I run a restaurant just down the street. Whew, it's freaking hot. And looking at pics, I don't if I remember Whitey at all. My boyfriend's brother lives near where they filmed in New York City. I'm looking at, let's see, Beaver's classmate Judy Hasler, Johnny, well, Whitey. Yep, Whitey and Larry. Yeah, I remember Larry. Rusty. Yep. Do you guys remember Whitey now? Oh my god, it's freaking hot. Okay. Laverne and Shirley. What show? What show did it come on? What show did it come on after? And what? I believe it came on after Happy Days. Laverne's favorite drink was Coca-Cola. This one might be too old for you guys. Her favorite alcohol drink maybe was her favorite alcohol drink maybe was Old Milwaukee. Hey, Digital Intel. Hey, buddy, what's up? It's so hot in here. Not sure. Hey, Digital. I watched you the other day. You were having some problems doing your lives, uh, trying to bring in somebody on like a chat. It was kind of funny. You had a lamp up to your head, or a light. That was funny. Myself, Irene. Hey, everyone just got home from the pool with the kids. Hi, Lindsay. Um, no, milk and Pepsi wasn't it. Who said milk and Pepsi? Oh, milk and Pepsi. Um, was spin off of Happy Days, yes. Not sure, remember after looking at pics. So hard. Uh, North Carolina. What show did it come on after? Well, Rain, am I kind of right? I thought her favorite drink was Coke. If it was a alcohol drink, I thought would be like Old Milwaukee. And milk and Pepsi all the way. Oh, no shit. I didn't watch that show. Didn't care for it. You didn't like Laverne and Shirley? I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Um, I liked Gilligan's Island. I I ran home after school to watch Gilligan's Island because that came on right after school. And then I think after that, the Brady Bunch. Yeah, Gilligan's Island was one of my favorites. You're always kind of hoping that they'd get rescued, but then you're kind of hoping they wouldn't, because then that would mean the end of the show. Oh, they're gonna get rescued. No, no, don't rescue them. About being ginger, huh? I always fantasize about doing ginger. Marianne mostly. Hilarious. I wanted to eat nothing but cream pies. And another favorite show was All in the Family. And them were the days. All in the Family was one of my favorites. A female version of the professor. That would have been nice. Woohoo! Rain the professor on the island? I'll have to find that island. Yeah, Lynn's. Mork and Mindy. That was another good one. Hogan's Heroes. Yes. I started getting into MASH even. I liked MASH. But yeah, Mork and Mindy was another good one. You know who Kathy reminds me of? Every time I see her picture, she reminds me of the girl off of um from Radicals High. I'm not saying it right. The movie Grease. The movie is Grease, and it has the pink ladies in it. Kathy looks like one of the pink ladies. No, no, you look like one of the pink ladies from that movie from Greece. Well, all the women in Greece were hot, especially all the pink ladies. Seems like our 70s memories are intact. I started seeing changes in 1982. Yeah, Rain, I passed away I passed away just shortly after 82, and when you started talking about that, because I was 14 when I passed away. That's 80, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 80, 81, 11, 82, 12. For me, it would have been 84, 85. I started to see changes in the 80s. For me, I was 13, so it would have been about 84, 83, 84 for me because I didn't mean to commit suicide, but do you remember the story I was telling you in the car, in my dad's car, what I was doing for 8 hours straight? I think that killed me. I was 14. There's no way nobody could live through that. I seen a guy not even do 3 hours of that, and he was completely brain dead. One of my friends did that, and he came back a couple months after he had been taken to the hospital, and all of us were like, we couldn't even believe it was him. He was totally. He didn't remember none of us. He could barely talk. He was drooling. That's after 3 hours. I had to have died back in when I was 14. So I, that's when I. So, anyways, when you were starting to talk about that, I think I seen McDonald's and that stuff change back then because I do remember it being called McDonald's, not McDonald's. I remember the old signs. You know, every McDonald's you go into, you see the signs from when they started, and I remember them signs. Had the old black and white signs of a guy standing there who started McDonald's, and it said McDonald's. Yeah, I agree, Pat. Even here in Australia in the 80s. Yep. I've tried to kill myself around 6 or 7. Mental. Wow. I tried to kill myself around 6 or 7. Mental sounds twisted. Even to cut off my. Wow. Wow, that's sad, Kathy. That's so young to even think about that. Martha's ma still calls it McDonald's around my neck. Sorry. Wow. I remember McDonald's in the 80s. Cool era. I hated my life. That's so sad. I still feel so sorry for that little girl. Wow. Yeah, you just don't know how and why people could possibly be suffering at this time and age. Or kids, kids. There's no reason for it. Sitting on the floor, hiding behind my bed, and did that. Wow. Yeah, I really don't have any memory of my of myself until about around 10 or 12 years old. I grew up in a very um, abusive home too. So I think I still to this day have blocked out my younger years. I almost totally forgot that until now. Well, I'm sorry I reminded you, Kathy. Remember that Saturday night skit with John Belushi, Bill Murray, and Dan Aykroyd. F F FI's I can't even spell my own name. Okay. I do remember a lot of skits with them guys. It seems most of us did. It's fine. I'm here for now. I have a lot of repressed memories too. I don't even know who took care of me as a young child when I asked my family. They get defensive and angry. Yeah, that's kind of with me too. I don't remember. Like I said, I have no memory of anything under age of 10. I have nothing. Um, so I don't know. I My dad never ever told me. He just told me that things, sort small little skits about my mom, like, well, your mom tried to drown you when you were a baby, and I came home at just the right moment from work, and nothing else. Just that little brief. What were you? What are you pulling? What are you trying to convey here? Why you tell me that and just leave it at that? Why? I think he used to love to mess with me that way. He used to love to hurt me. You know, not only beat me but psychologically. He would buy presents for my younger brothers and sisters for Christmas, and I would get I got nothing. I would have to sit there and watch them open their presents. More psychological fucking bullshit. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you trying to teach me now? What is this? You know, it was all psychological. I'm just trying to make a man out of you. Whoa, whatever. Intention to hurt you. I am so sorry that it was terrible child abuse, but it's Pepsi now. Yeah, he never thought of it as child abuse. Back then they didn't that didn't register to them. Abuse? I haven't touched you. Fucking abuse. What's the question that you're looking up there, Martha? What's the question about Pepsi? Emotional child abuse is worse than physical. It has been proven. Yeah, I would take a broken arm over it any day. It's Pepsi now, but I swear it was Coke. Didn't they work in a Coke factory? Who? Didn't who work in a Coke factory? I will tell you the truth. Emotionally void parents told us that they only had to get us to 18. Yep. Then they were done. Wish they used children. Yeah, instead of no. Exactly, Kathy. My dad, every time he would beat the shit out of me, he used to tell me, "Don't you ever fucking raise a hand to me. I'll shoot you and make another one that make. I'll shoot you and make another one that looks just like you." I'm like, fuck you. My parents were part of a satanic ring, so abuse all sorts of ways. Wow, That's messed up. That's messed up, Eve. It's always, you know, I realize that at a young age, is somebody's always got it worse than me. You know, it's so true. We have been through hell already, guys and girls. Yeah, that's true. I heard the 18 story all the time, and I made sure I didn't come back like my sister. She was ridiculed for having to come back when she got pregnant at 21. Wow. Yeah, my dad tried to get me to join the army at 16. He wanted me out of the house. So at that age, I finally just left. I moved in with my girlfriend's mom, her and and her mom. I moved in with them and went to school. I ended up quitting school, but I went back and got my HSED, but and then I went to college. We need to stop fearing the slides shifts. We are heading somewhere better. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Because I'm so sick of going through shit and I'm sick of being in pain. I hope so. I was under heavy attack today. I'm ready for paradise Earth. Me too, Martha. I'm ready for all this pain to go away. I'm ready for to live and laugh and love. We can handle what is coming before heaven. I think we are just getting stronger so that we can deal with whatever we need to that is upcoming. Yeah, I believe Tulin's thing is since we shifted, did this Eve get abused? Did this Eve get abused? It did if you can still remember the memories to it, Eve. That's the way I look at it. If I've got the memories to it, then I remember that I was abused. I'm starting to look like an old drunk, ain't I? Where you going, JW? I just realized my baby bro always swore nothing was bad at home. I guess I lost him a long, long time ago. Where are you going, JW? Yeah, yeah, stuff like that is weird, Kathy. tell my kids I'm not asking them to leave like my parents did, but they can't wait to fly the nest. Hey everyone, just got the notice for this one. Only 20 minutes left on this one. Sorry, Q. Well, welcome in. Welcome, Q. Makes sense now. Most all kids want to be on their own if they're ready for it. If they're ready for it. This shit gets so deep. Wow, brains exploding again. Then you know you succeed. You raised independent, loved children. You. No, there's nothing wrong, Q. I was just resting. We were talking about uh, like 70s and 80s shows. Some of our favorite 70s and 80s shows we were talking about. I don't know. What did he say? Good. I think. What did he say? I'm gonna leave the room. I hope he's not upset. Oh, he said good. He said goodbye, friends. Yeah, goodbye, friends. Where are you going, Martha? You gonna go try to hunt him down? I think he is worried about being rounded up because we talk about this stuff. Oh, yeah. I. That's what I was gonna talk about tonight. Gosh darn it! I forgot. I watched JW's video, and I was gonna talk about that. Well, JW, if you happen to watch this part of my video, they've already got your name and stuff. And So don't worry about being rounded up. Here's the thing, JW. Now listen to me, JW. I'm JW Jr. Now you need to listen. They can't fuck with us. We are too strong for them. They are too fucking stupid. And if they did come get you, we would come get you. So I don't think you need to be afraid about being rounded up. I know that you care about your kids. I've got kids too. And the best thing you can do is leave your videos up. And right, Kathy is right. Fear is the number one thing that when you have fear is totally out of the question. You can't have fear. Fear is the worst thing that you can have. And I kind of lost that fear when I first um when when the Mandela effect first exploded on I'll say probably after about 6 months of me opening up to the Mandela effect. 6 months after, about 6 months after that, I had this overwhelming thing come over me that my fear for I was a conspiracy theorist, so I was also stocking up on food and water, and had guns planted in case I needed a gun. I knew where to go to get a gun and stuff like that. And after the Mandela effect opened up to me, I didn't have any fear. The fear was gone of everything. I mean, complete everything. I'm not afraid to die. They, I'm not afraid to be snapped up. They can't do anything to me that hasn't already been done to me, and they can't do jack shit to me. Jesus Christ has my back, and I know that. So, um, I lost my train of thought. I just got off to starting to read people's comments. Um, but what it comes down to, JW, is I would put your stuff back up because if anything does ever happen to you, God forbid, your kids have this thing to look back on. This is a diary. I look at it as a diary. Um, and I pretty much started it a year after my big explosion of the Mandela effect. Now I may have been noticing the Mandela effect and just just letting my mind come up with something different very early on, like early on in like the 80s, after I may have died when I was a 13-year-old kid. Um, but when I almost died as a couple of years ago in the hospital, when I almost died there, and the Mandela effect completely opened up to me. About a year after is when I started this dialogue here. So this is the way I look at it: is I will always have this diary to look back on, and so will my kids. And if I am jumping timelines, this diary will I can look at this diary if I ever lose it up here in age or whatever, um, I can get on YouTube and find my diary and say, okay, I was going through that. That was the year and all that. It's going to be good to have your diary up on the internet so you can look at it anytime you want. Um, it's going to be good to look at it when just maybe months or a year from now for yourself to just look at how much you've changed. We're all blessed to be given the gift to see the truth. Yeah, exactly. To see and to hear. For some reason, this batch of misfits, me included, have been given this gift, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. And just think, if I have been waiting, uh, it almost seemed like ever since when I was 13 or 14, whenever I did notice a change, I always knew something was different about me. I always knew that. And I always was getting this shit about waiting. I have to wait for the right moment. I have to wait. I have to wait. Something's coming and you'll understand. And now this is what I've waited for a long time is the Mandela effect. Is to meet you guys. That's what I've been waiting for a long time. I've been awake for a long time. I just haven't noticed it. And it took my second death to realize it. So, I don't know. So, anyways, that's what I would do. JW is put your videos back up and try not to be afraid. You gotta lose that. You gotta lose that fear. You gotta lose the fear, buddy. And I wouldn't worry about them messing with your kids and your wife. I don't think. I don't think they would have anything to do with your kids and wife. I've been waiting since 2006 to speak to anyone about all of these things. I prayed last year to find a group that could do something about all of it. Well, I have been given those gifts. That's awesome, Linz. I think we all had the fear at some point, you know. Oh, definitely. Well, like I said, I was preparing because when you listen to TV, I don't listen to TV anymore. It's been a while now. You listen, and I listen to Alex Jones. I used to. So you put Alex Jones in a regular mainstream media newscast together with an Alex Jones tape, and you're like, fuck, I need guns. I need to put water and food away. I need to protect the family. I need to fucking open. And maybe that's the problem with what happened. And I just thought of it. Is I used to warn people about how bad the government was. And they didn't believe me then. And they don't believe me now. Maybe I cried wolf too many times. And they still can't believe that the government's as bad as I said it was. You know? I mean, I've been awake for a long time to the government and their false flags and their all that shit. And that's from being awake. That's from being awake. So I guess I can't say that everything has gone to the side because I've been awake to get some of it. Like the false flags and, 9/11, the inside job, all that stuff. I have gotten that. No, watched any more. No, I haven't. Okay, Q. I started to not trust the government at age 16. Yeah, no, but I do mediate. I do know what this is. I don't know what this is. Oh, but I'm almost wondering if these guys are on the timeline that we left. Okay, but in their reality, it almost seems like the people that they don't belong on this timeline because they're kind of lost. It seems like they're kind of lost. So I'm thinking that we are. I think we went a few years back in time on the timeline to warn people, maybe back. Yeah, back. I'm thinking we went back in time a little bit. A few years because I see newscasts that come up that I've already seen before. Yeah, they are very less popular in this timeline. I came back, had to make the bed. I can subscribe to that theory because things are so different on this timeline and they seem behind on this timeline. I think that's why we're smarter than them in a way because we're ahead of them in time. You know, it's it's just something that I was thinking about yesterday, and I've been kind of hanging on that thought and kind of going over it. Hey, Pat, that's a good theory. More to explore there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Glenn is Glenn is live now, so gonna check that out. Love you. We'll check the rest of what you're saying, Pat, later. Yeah, I don't have Glenn's. I didn't subscribe to Glenn because he was in the hospital the whole time uh, when we first started these streams. So I don't know how to get to Glenn's site because he doesn't pop up on my thing. Because when I'm done here, I would go over there. But but yeah, I was just thinking that I'm still doing more thing. Let's jump over to Glenn's. Love you, Pat. Okay, Glenn must be pretty popular, or is he part of the ME? I don't know. I don't know how to get to his site. Anybody know? So I guess I'll leave this part for tomorrow. I am talking about the theory of us being back in. Someone drop link here, please. Thank you. Oh, Kath. Jeez, Kathy. I thought I freaking. Kathy, there. You can drop a link too now. I should have did that a long time ago. Um, so tomorrow I will start off with um, my theory about us being um, dropping in on this timeline further back in time. That we're ahead of these guys in time. I do not have the link to drop. Oh, okay. So that's where I'll start it tomorrow. Um, I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I will go try to see Glenn. So I will hopefully try to get up in time to see you, Kathy, tomorrow. Otherwise, I will um, see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Yep. Good night, Eve. You're welcome. Good night, Kathy.